Marvelous baseball in the semis and the finals. What stood out to you?
Well, obviously the dream ending, right? Trout and Ohtani, and I thought two of the best teams in the tournament wound up in the final. But I want to take a little bit of a deeper dive, Brian, and look at some of the under-the-radar winners, if you will, of the two finalist teams. And I want to start with Masahiro Yoshida. Yoshida, the Red Sox outfielder, I think really proved to a lot of people that he has a special bat. I think what he has, where a lot of scouts say, is barrel awareness. The home run that he hit in the semifinal game was just stunning. It reminded me of Edgar Martinez, where you can barrel up any pitch without any hook action on the ball. Keep it straight. That tells me he's got great barrel awareness. He is going to be a hit machine for the Boston Red Sox. I also thought about David Bednar. You know, he doesn't get a lot of love because he's playing for the Pirates, hasn't had postseason exposure. And we saw some guys in this really a difficult environment. A lot of guys, even Adam Wainwright said, it's different from the postseason. There's just more energy and passion. And we saw some guys like Brady Singer and Daniel Bard kind of struggle, get their feet on the ground. David Bednar looked very comfortable in the big moments. This guy's got 96, 97 fastball, breaking ball splitter, uses both sides of the plate. Keep your eye on Bednar as a guy a lot of teams would love to go after at the trade deadline, especially if the New York Mets don't solve their end game. Listen, the cost is going to be high. He's a nice controllable piece. But I thought he stood out. Tim Anderson. Give Tim Anderson a ton of props, Brian, because he had never played on the right side of the infield in his professional career. And here he is in a high-stakes tournament, says, raise his hands, I'll do it. I'll go play second base. And he did a really good job there. The bat we all know plays. I thought the exposure really helped him. People understand, no, he's a good player, but I think they really appreciated him even more. As he said, this was my World Series. He was really jacked for it. The last one for you is Bobby Witt Jr. You're saying, how could this guy be a winner? You know, he goes to the WBC and he gets 2 at-bats. That's it. It seems like a lost couple of weeks, right? Not the case at all. He talked it over with his dad, Bobby Witt Jr., talked over with Bobby Witt Sr., and they agreed that even without a lot of playing time, this was like auditing a master class where he was around the biggest stars of the game. And I can tell you, Brian, 2 things about Bobby Witt during this tournament. He was the first one out getting extra work on defense, and he had a smile on his face the entire time. I'm sure he is a better player, even with just 2 at-bats, for being around this environment. They spelled it out for him when he signed up for it. He was all in, no complaints. I think this guy, we know he's got the tools to be a star. I think it's going to come really quickly for him.